Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Ox Talks. It is Saturday, December 30th, 2023, winding down 2023, and let's see what we have in store starting in 2024. I've received quite a few comments and some suggestions, people wanting to see some of what I do for preparedness as it pertains to get-home bags, three-day bags, food storage, alternative sources or forms of cooking, things of that nature. So what I was thinking this through, obviously I can't really share this stuff when I'm at the office during the week. When I'm around the house on the weekends, for the most part, I do have the ability to do this. I have some space here. So what I thought I would do, and comment below if this is of interest to you, so I thought what I would do is maybe on Saturday or Sunday, obviously time allowing every week, I would start to kind of unfold going into this next year the things that I do. What I have behind me here is I've laid out what I have in my so-called get home bag. And I'll explain what I consider that to be and what it means to me in a few minutes. But I thought I would go through that with you and explain the components that go into my get home bag. We can do this with a whole host of topics if it interests you guys, from three-day bags to war bags to food storage to water filtration to medical, all the different categories of things that I think we need to have in our bunker, so to speak, as part of our preparedness plan. And again, I've discussed this before. You know, once this stuff is done, yes, you have to check it. You got to make sure batteries are changed, things like that. But once you have these things in place in order, you can kind of set it and forget it. I keep this get home bag in my car on a daily basis. It goes wherever I go. It's not meant, from my perspective, for a road trip, for anything over a day or two. That's a different setup, which I can cover as well. So let me know if this is a format that you guys are interested in. Don't leave me a bunch of bashing comments that I'm doing things wrong. I'm just sharing what I'm doing. If it's helpful to you, and obviously if you've got some constructive comments, please leave them below. This is a learning experience for all of us. I've been doing this now since about 2012. And look, it gives me peace of mind. So everyone's got to implement whatever they believe is important in their strategy. These are just me telling you what I'm doing. As always, thank you for watching these videos. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. Appreciate the community we're building. Appreciate the support. I like the feedback. I like where it's going. So I'm going to keep showing up here and putting content out for all of you. Please share these with your family members. These kind of videos, as much as talking about the failing economy and the collapse, which is coming, this I think is extremely important. So let's share the word. Let's educate people. And with that being said, I'm going to scoot around the other side of the table here and explain what is in this bag. So this is what I call a get home bag. And again, it's meant in a situation, let's say, where there's a grid down situation. Let's say there's, in your area, there's some kind of a weather event. California, we have earthquakes, something like that, where you just need to be able to get from point A to point B within a several mile radius within your town or local community. So what I do is I put together this backpack here. You want it, from my perspective, you don't have to go crazy on some expensive backpack. Obviously you can. There's crazy gear out there. I have some of that for different applications, but for a get home bag that's going to sit in the car, I just picked up a relatively expensive backpack. You want to make sure that obviously it's got some good padding on the back. It's got some good a way that you can carry it, because presumably you may be on foot. And if you're on foot, you're going to want to have something that is not too heavy for you to sling on your back and move around with. And something that's going to be relatively comfortable for maybe an hour or two at a time, depending on what's going on. So that's just, and obviously something that is going to be a water retardant, water resistant, so whatever's inside is not going to get flooded out if you have rain or some kind of a moisture event like that. Okay, let's go through what is in this bag. Number one, if you're on foot, you need to have, from my perspective, a change of shoes, a comfortable walking shoes. If you're like me, I'm at my office every day in more dress shoes, so I need to have something that I could quickly change into, that I can put on, that I can get walking in. It's going to be comfortable. You don't have to go out and buy a fancy new pair of tennis shoes. Use something that's got good tread left and that's comfortable for you, that you don't maybe use every day at the gym. It's perfect to go into a get-home bag. Obviously, a change of socks. I do also have, depending on your climate, if it's a longer term, a good pair of wool socks, guys, to prevent blisters, things like that. Obviously, if you're in a cold climate, to prevent a frostbite, you got to have comfortable shoes, and you've got to have dry, comfortable, and padded socks. So take that into consideration. I'm just going to move from left to right so I don't miss anything. Let me put this backpack down. We don't need that. All right. We talk about, look, I have everything. All my bags contain a source of fuel for fire or for cooking if you needed it. These are cotton balls, which are doused in Vaseline. A lot of preppers have these. They last forever. You stick them in a plastic bag, and they're an excellent way to start a fire if you need to. Carry some dry matches, things of that nature. I carry some water purifying tablets here in this bag as well. So that's what's here: matches, water purifying tablets, and some potable agua water purifying tablets here. So I think that's important. I carry with me, again, you can't carry a bunch of food and things. It's just to get from point to point B. I carry what are called Millennium bars. They last forever. They have a good balance of sugars and fats and carbs. So you can check out Millennium bars. They come in a bunch of different flavors. And again, the shelf life on these things is pretty long time. So you can keep those. I also keep in this electrolyte packets. They can go into your canteen with your water. They can go into a regular plastic bottle of water. Electrolytes are important. If you're not used to being on foot, if you're not used to the cardio component of moving around for several miles at a time, you're gonna, I think, want to have some electrolyte packets. What are these? These are called. These are zero sugar on mine, of course. They're called Quick Stick. So I keep some of those. They last forever. I keep some hard candy with me in all prep bags. Hard candy, sugar. I think can be important to have. It obviously is also a distraction, something that's enjoyable, and it lasts forever. Some hard candy. I keep some of these Survival food packs. These are by SOS Food Labs Inc. Had them for a while. They last a long time. I don't know if this company is still in business or not, but you get a lot of carbs, a lot of fat, and they're quick and easy to eat for nutrition. Again, you're not going to carry portable stoves and food, things like that in this bag. It's not the purpose of it. Let's talk about some medical stuff. Guys, you've got to have some gauze. You've got to have some tape. You've got to have some quick clot and some way to dress a wound if necessary. I think that's really, really important. Some tape, and also obviously we have some some sutures here, some Blistex. And those kind of things are important. Obviously, I also think it's important. I don't have in this bag, but carry a tourniquet with you. Tourniquet in all your bags is super, super important. If you've got a major wound that requires cutting off the flow of blood from a wound. Okay, moving down the table, I keep a good knife in the bag. This is a Benchmade knife. Let me come around and show you guys this. I've had this for many years. It's a really good, solid tool. Again, some of this stuff, it's important you buy quality, and this one is a quality tool to have. They last forever. They're well made, Benchmade. If that's something that interests you guys, a flashlight. Keep a flashlight with fresh batteries in your pack. You may have a flashlight on your sidearm, but keep a backup flashlight and rotate the batteries. These things go dead pretty quickly. Keep checking those. Got to have a source of light for sure. I keep a Leatherman tool. This is a good multi-tool. These are not inexpensive, but they're excellent to have. Check it out. Leatherman makes a whole bunch of different variety of these tools. This is called the Leatherman Wave. Let me show you this. Again, I'm not selling any products here. I'm just showing you what I have in the bag. Leatherman Wave. Has a whole lot of accessories to it, which I think is helpful to have. What else are we going to show here? Well, I think I have another multi-tool here, which is more pliers and such. I have some small Tasco 10 by 25 scope here, which I think is binoculars. I think that's important. Again, depending on where you're at and whether or not intel is important, you always want to be able to gather information. It could be important to see ahead about something's what's happening with something unfolding. So I keep a reasonably decent set of binoculars, small, compact ones in the bag. I keep maps. These are maps of my local area for the most part. Look, if GPS is down, you think you know the roads, but look at, you may not know all the back roads. You may not know everything in your local area. You're used to your routine and where you go. I think it's important to have good old-fashioned paper maps. Go to AAA, and they'll give you these for whatever areas you want to have. So keep those with you. In my opinion, I carry a tarp. This is kind of bulky, but look. If you need cover from the elements, if it's raining, or if it's snow in your area, it may be important that you're able to take a break and stay out of the elements that you don't have cover. So a good tarp I don't think is a bad thing to have. I keep some duct tape. I keep a few ties here that you could, and obviously some paracord as well. If you needed to, you could create a makeshift cover structure here with the tarp, or just wrap up in it and cover if you needed to, guys. And in that same vein, I carry some of these cheap ponchos. Again, once you get wet, it impacts the mood, it impacts your performance level. So having some of these cheap little ponchos that you can throw in the bag for you or for family is kind of a no-brainer from my perspective. Obviously, you can carry water however you want. These are a couple of canteens of water I've had. I just have these in this bag. That's one way to go. Bottled water is fine too. Whatever works for you, but keep some backup water. And then in that water, you can add, if you need to, those electrolyte packages, all right? Keep another source of light. I keep a decent headlamp with me. Obviously, a handheld flashlight's important, but again, then you're using a hand, and maybe you need to use that hand for other things, for a sidearm, or for using it for some other issue. So a decent headlamp is a backup source of light that I think is really invaluable as well. Again, make sure you're rotating the batteries and keeping those fresh in these things. They do die. Okay, so we got a little bit of toilet paper here. Obviously, sanitation is important. That's a whole other area to get into and topic in prepping. But a little bit of toilet paper, a little bit of paper towels doesn't hurt to have. N95 mask. And no, for all you germaphobes, it's not for that. What this is for is if there's particulate matter in the air, if there's severe dust, if there's smoke from a fire, you need to, from my perspective, be able to have something like this to cover your face so you can protect your airways and you can try to breathe in a situation where there's be something like that in the air. So I carry just a good old-fashioned 3M N95 particulate mask with me in this bag. What else do I have here? Obviously a hat. You want to be able to cover your head. Just a pair of gloves here. I don't know where I even got these things. They look like fireman gloves, but they're strong. Keep a pair of gloves. Your hands are important. You got to cover your hands. And if you get a cut on your hands, or you get something wrong with your hands, you're going to be less effective from all different perspectives, including security. So keep a pair of gloves, guys. Let's see, I carry, depending on where you're at. Obviously, this is security. I keep some backup magazines for the sidearm, some extra rounds. I think that's important. Comply with the laws of your state, depending on what the restrictions are, if any, and make sure you're doing all that legally. Okay, clothing. Again, same as shoes, you want to have some dry clothing. Throw some old shirts, something that's comfortable in this thing. You don't have to go out and spend money and buy new stuff. Keep different forms of clothing here. In my area, it's usually pretty warm, so I don't need a whole lot of, and stuff is bulky if you're in a real cold climate. But a long sleeve shirt obviously protects yourself from the elements. I keep a couple extra shirts here, which I think is important. Let's talk about information. Let's say your wallet is lost, or you have to run out of your workplace or your office and you leave your purse or your wallet behind. I keep and again, for information, I keep a Write in the Rain. Let me come around and show you this. I keep a Write in the Rain a little pad here with a pen. I've had these. You can write notes. It's water resistant or retardant. Has a little pen here, and then I also keep a bag with personal information. Number one, I keep some cash. I don't know, I keep a couple $100 of cash in this bag, in a Ziploc bag. But hopefully this one's not. Hopefully it's Ziploc, so it keeps the water out. But I keep a copy of my driver's license, a copy of my medical card, a copy of my passport. And maybe those even of your family members, if they possibly could be with you. Having that information, I think, is important to have to identify yourself in the event that you had to run out of wherever you were at in the event of an emergency. And have some cash. And don't have large bills. Have some ones, some fives, tens, 50s. A couple, again, for me, a couple $100. Use your discretion. Whatever you guys think is workable for you. But look, having some cash is really, really important. And don't think, well, I'll have some in my pocket. No, you won't. No, you won't. You'll spend it the day before or something, buying something. Keep some extra cash set aside, and trust me, you'll forget about it. But if you need it, you'll have it. And again, lastly, talking about possible, depending on situation, barterability issue, other liquid forms, and this is some 90% silver. Again, is this a proper component for a get-home bag? I mean, it's questionable, but for me, it just makes me feel better having this. I'm a big proponent. I think I've told you guys this before of 90% silver. This is a bag that I've just kept, and look, you can hear it. This is about. It's probably about 60 ounces, I would say, maybe 50 ounces. I've got some Morgans in here. I've got some Kennedy half dollars. Got a bunch of dimes. This is pre-1965. 1964 or older silver. We've got quarters in here. So it's quarters, dimes, 50-cent pieces, and some Morgans. So again, I just keep it. I like having it. And boy, you talk about the sound of real money. What do you guys think about that? So 90%. I did an interview with Bill Holter with JB down in Texas a few months ago now, and he is a big fan of 90% silver. So this stuff is liquid. It's in small denominations. So look, a dime now, whatever it's worth, a few dollars. You can go and buy some stuff with that. It's highly recognizable. It's not counterfeitable. So that's something that I always keep with me is the 90%. I think that's pretty much it. That is all in that backpack. We could go into further detail and break down these components, but I think that gives you guys a good flavor of what I think should be in a get-home bag. If you have something else that I haven't thought of, please leave your comments below. Again, it's a constant evolution, learning process. I hope you guys got something out of this video. I think that'll do it for today. I don't know how many minutes we went here, probably longer than my normal videos. Yeah, we're about 20 minutes, but hope you found it helpful. And again, let me know if you want me to keep doing these segments, and I will do that. With that being said, I normally take Saturday off for my workouts. I decided this morning I didn't have anything going on. Things were quiet at the office, so I went and did a 90-minute leg workout this morning with my group. I normally don't join for Saturday, but it felt good. I just didn't feel like sitting at home doing nothing. So, I changed up the routine a bit and went and got a workout in. Hopefully you guys got some steps in today. You're doing something to be active. Don't use weekends to lay on the couch and watch football. Use weekends to do what everybody else is not doing or what the masses are not doing, to better yourself, educate yourself, get yourself in better physical condition. With that being said, appreciate all of you being here today. Again, hopefully this was a topic that is interesting to you. And if so, I'll tee up another one, next week, and we'll keep rolling out information. Again, it's about solutions going into 2024. Yes, we talk about the collapse and what's happening, but it's also about trying to offer you guys some wisdom and some tidbits of things that I do. So again, hopefully you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye.